Alright, so we've made risotto before, but let's make one with vegetables that I promise still has all the flavor. So to get started, we're going to need a pound of asparagus, and we only need the tops on these, and in the same fashion, we're going to take a pound of bella mushrooms. You're going to take the stems off and then slice thin. Then we're going to dice 2 to 3 medium shallots, and afterwards you're going to take a handful of parsley, and we're going to finely chop this enough to give us about 3 tablespoons. Now we're going to begin to cook down some of these vegetables. So take a large fry pan and over medium-high heat, add a little bit of olive oil, and then add your mushrooms in. We're going to add some salt as this is going to help pull out some of the water, and you're going to saute for a few minutes until they start to brown. It's at this point that you can remove the mushrooms and transfer them to a bowl, which we'll set aside later. Then we're going to add in a little bit more olive oil and our prepped asparagus. We're going to salt and cook down for a few minutes until they start to soften. Then we can put them in the same bowl as the mushrooms. Now for the risotto, you're going to want to take a large pot and over medium heat, add a little bit of olive oil and our diced shallots. Now cook for a minute while constantly stirring, and then we're going to add in a cup and a half of our arborio rice. Now you're going to cook this for 2 minutes while constantly stirring, making sure that all the rice is covered in oil. After that, we're going to take a half cup of a dry white wine. Now I like to use Chardonnay, and you're going to cook for a minute or so just until that alcohol is started to burn off. Then we're going to take 6 cups of a vegetable stock, and you're going to slowly add in about a half cup at a time and stir until it's evaporated before you add more. The most important part about making the risotto is that you're sitting there and constantly stirring, as we don't want the risotto to get too dry and then the rice starts to burn, and we also don't want it too wet and then end up having a soupy risotto. Once your risotto has that al dente like feel, then we're going to turn off the heat and add in our cooked vegetables. Now if your risotto needs more time to cook, just add a little bit more water or broth. Then we can add in our fresh chopped parsley, which is going to give this risotto some great flavor, and stir around until well combined. Now if you want to keep this risotto vegan, just skip these next few steps, but I like to add in a 1/4 cup of fresh Parmesan cheese, and then you're going to stir until it's melted. And for extra richness, we're going to be adding in 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter, stir around until that's fully melted, and then for final steps, we're going to taste for seasoning and add a little bit extra kosher salt and freshly cracked black pepper. For presentation, we're going simple here and just adding the risotto to a plate and topping with a little extra parsley, and there you have it, mushroom risotto. If you guys liked the video, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.